Oh, thank you, Mr. Oliver. I'm surprised that this project has affected so many people in such a positive way. I'm hopeful that the work Maddie and I have done at the middle school will follow us into high school, so our classmates can avoid cliques and can treat each other with equality and respect. I feel privileged to now introduce our Michigan State Senator representing the 19th District, Mike Knopf. Senator Knopf, would you like to share a few words on the topic?
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me here this evening. It is really a special event, and obviously being the first event from Maddie and Elena, what you've done and gathering the community here and making us aware is just admirable, and in all your efforts and everything that you've done. You know, as a law enforcement officer, a career law enforcement officer, I started out here at Marshall City Police Department. I know a lot of you don't know that, but I was here from 1972 to 1976 as a police officer here in the city and patrolling the city. And you know, through my life and through my law enforcement career, you see a lot of things. And the one thing that really does bother you, you'll see small things that really turn into bad things. And one of them is, I started out at Marshall over at the middle school, and I was the youth services officer. And I used to see a lot of bullying going on in schools back then. We took it as a different thing. We didn't take it seriously. You know, we thought it was a kids thing, kids going through the ages. This was a normal things, kids messing with kids. But, you know, things have changed in this world, and the way that bullying has escalated is it's just not like, you know, sticking notes on lockers anymore, or you know, going up to someone and saying something to them. Today we have the way of communicating digitally, and we do that through the internet. And I think the internet really has made bullying a lot more difficult issue to control and to try to stop. You know, it's different if it was just you and I talking, we were picking on each other or harassing one another, and it turned into bullying. But when you take with digital recorders and cameras and the internet, and you can post it on the internet, and millions of people can see someone here from Marshall, or like in Phoebe's case, you know, where she was from, and it goes out there. And everybody in your whole school, not just 1, 2, or 5 or 10 your friends or people you go to school with, kids you go to school with, get involved in it. Now there are millions, and you can actually see their faces. And you know, it really does discourage someone when you're the victim of bullying. It really is hard, especially in someone in Phoebe's age group. You know, she was going through, should have been the best part of her life. And, you know, she really should have, the last stanza that you talked about, how she should have ended, you know, that note, really does make sense. But sometimes when you get depressed and you see it, and you yourself can go on the internet and watch someone and what they say about you, and you take it so hard internally, it does get to you and depress you. And so I think this is a very nice thing that both of you have done here tonight in making the Marshall community aware of bullying. And what we should do is all of us, and as well as, you know, students in school, if you see it happening, do something about it. Say something. Talk to your mom and dad, talk to your teacher, talk to your counselor, principals, whoever. And if you're parents and you're adults, you know, and you want to get involved and help make Marshall a better community, go to your PTA meetings and ask them, what's our stance on bullying? What are we doing about it here in Marshall Public Schools? And what can we do to make Marshall Public Schools to help, if it does occur, to put a stop to it quick before it escalates into something like Phoebe's life ending by taking it herself, which is very sad. We think about it here tonight at this vigil. But we're also here to give you praise and good thoughts and feelings that we have for you tonight and what you've done. And I have something special here for both of you, so you want to come up. I got a presentation to make. I understand that this is for your silver award in the Girl Scouts. And what's the 3 C's in Girl Scouts? Courage, and character. Okay, I wasn't in there, but I did read that. So, anyways, we have what we call here a special tribute, and I have one for each of you. And I'm not going to read all of it because it's pretty long, but I am going to read. Let me see if I can read it here without my glasses. Let's read a little bit about it. You know, one of the paragraphs. It says, every day people look to be inspired by someone that will make them believe that they are people who truly care for others. Phoebe's Pledge Vigil is exactly the kind of event that can affect the way a person greets and treats other people. Both of your work to help put this together really shows the kind of compassion and care you have for your fellow students. You can see that if you start at the fountain at the center of Marshall, you can make a difference to a lot of lives throughout the world. And with that, I have a very special tribute here, and it is signed by your state representative, Jace Bolger, and then your state senator, Mike Knopf, and our good governor, Governor Jennifer Granholm. So I want to thank you for all of your efforts. Keep up all your good work. I hope you make it to your gold level, and which is really, really hard, I understand. And I think you both have the determination, and you have the best heart in the whole world, both of you, for doing what you've done here tonight. And so thank you very much for all your efforts. And we in Marshall, and as the state of Michigan, want to thank you for all of your efforts in making this community and our world better. Thank you very much.